I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be, he's acting like a scared little pussy. This is an email here from a woman, and she says, "Hi, I see you offer relationship coaching, but is it just for men?" No, actually about 10% of my clients are women, even though most of what I answer is focused on helping the guys, because really the guys need the most help in the world. About 10% of my clients are women, so I absolutely help women all the time. And besides, a lot of the stuff that I teach anyways applies for either sex. I have a lot of women that write me, and they're using everything that I teach guys. They're using it. They're actually using it on the men that they're dating, and they're having great results with it. And I think it's awesome. I just want people to be able to date and get into relationships with the kind of people that they really want. She says, "I'm 25 years old, and I met a guy that I am confident is the one for me." I'd say you better slow your roll there, honey. She says, "We had an amazing relationship, and he thought I was the one as well. We were about to move in together, and we talked about getting married. Well, here's what happened. He abruptly dumped me because he found out I lied about something in the beginning of our relationship, and because of that, he doesn't think he can trust me. What I lied about was a guy I dated before him. I was dating an asshole on the rebound from a 6-year relationship. Then I ended things with that guy after I finally came to my senses, and I just happened to meet this current guy right away. The problem is the asshole went psycho and crazy and was pretty much obsessed with getting me back in any way possible. So when he found out about this new relationship, he tried to sabotage it in any way possible." It's a good thing you got as far away from this jackass as possible. She says, "Then one day he showed up at my door unannounced, claimed he needed to talk about something important. Well, I'm trying to get him to leave, and then he goes in my bathroom, and my phone happens to be charging in there. He texts my guy from my phone and that he's there and that we hooked up and I don't really care about him. So he comes over to my place and he gets there just in time to witness the asshole leaving my place. So yeah, things looked really bad. I didn't want my new boyfriend to think that there was anything at all to worry about because I wanted nothing to do with the asshole and was totally into my current boyfriend. So I lied, never a good thing. So I lied and said that me and the asshole never dated." Yeah, it's like, what do you expect? It's not a good way to go. She says, "Part of the reason I did that and part of the reason I never previously mentioned it was because I was ashamed I dated such a piece of shit and I wanted to totally block it out of my memory. So I assured him that we were just friends and he wanted more, but I always said no." That's just a bad way to go, honey. She says, "Dumb thing to do," "but I did it and I kept the lie throughout our relationship. Then one day he found an old email I sent to the asshole ending things with him, and my boyfriend found out that I was lying to him this whole time. So he was devastated and doesn't think I can be trusted." It's like, well, what do you expect? Because if you're lying about some innocuous thing like that, a guy is going to think, well, if she's lying to me about, maybe she's trying to cover up because she's still hooking up with him. That's what we're going to think. And you can't fault us for thinking about that. The best way, what you should have done is just said, yeah, this guy was a fucking total psycho, and quite frankly, I'm totally embarrassed that I even dated this dude. And that's why I haven't even brought him up, because I just want to forget about that time in my life. And this guy just showed up at my place today, and you happened to show up when he was leaving. And so honesty is always the best policy in these situations, but instead you covered it up with a lie, and you created all kinds of unnecessary drama. And in essence, you allowed the ex-boyfriend to totally fuck your relationship up with your new boyfriend. He got what he wanted, in essence. He says he has trust issues from his childhood because his father was a piece of shit and he would lie all the time. So I'm trying to be understanding in all this, but quite frankly, he's acting like a scared little pussy. He said at this point, we are still very close friends and hang out about twice a week and are even starting a small business together despite the fact that we were dating, and he insisted that exes can't be friends. The attraction is definitely still there, and every time we see each other, it's a struggle to not jump on top of each other. We've had 3 sleepovers since the breakup, and all of them were his idea. We would kiss and cuddle together at night, but I would always say no to success. That's where you're fucking up, sweetheart. She says, so I did not think he's viewing it as a beauty call because he knows he's not getting any action from me. It's like, you're purposely withholding sex. You're trying to rebuild intimacy and trust in your relationship, and yet you're not having sex with this guy. So if I were you, I would seduce him and fuck the shit out of this guy. Because, a little tip, a little secret, us guys are pretty easy. And if you can, I mean, we're visual creatures. And so all you have to do is seduce us with your body and bring us into your little magical feminine world of ecstasy. And then afterwards, when he's laying there all, after you fucked his brains out, you can say, baby, you can ask him for whatever it is that you want. I mean, at the end of the day, create an opportunity for sex to happen between the two of you. And so he's coming back by making dates, but you're still kind of being a jackass by withholding the pussy from him. And don't do that. That's totally being manipulative. You want this guy back, so just give yourself back to him. You love him. You want him. He obviously wants you. So be together. Stop playing fucking games and jerking the guy around. I mean, a lot of women do this when they get into marriages. Something happens and they start withholding sex, thinking that they're going to manipulate the guy into doing what they want. But it's the exact opposite. Because then the guy starts to eventually think, it's like, well, I'm not getting any pussy. It's like, what the fuck am I even in a relationship? She's always giving me a hard time. She's always fucking being bitchy to me. And I ain't getting any pussy. So eventually, guess what's going to happen? He's going to start looking for fulfillment outside of the relationship. And I don't think you want that to happen, do you? You're the one that said this is the guy for you. So she says, for one, the only reason he broke up with me and doesn't want to get back together is that right now he doesn't think I can be trusted. There is nothing else. He claims it is the most devastating thing that has ever happened to him because he trusted me and he thought I was the one. And he claims he wishes that he could just forget about all this and block it out of his memory and act like nothing happened, but he can't. Also, one day I asked if he thinks he could ever trust me again and if he could ever date me again, and he says yes, he could. Honey, all you need to do is just fuck this guy. Fuck him over and over and over. And when he makes a date with you, seduce him, let him seduce you, because it's like the best aphrodisiac, the way in order for you to get what you want from this guy is the pussy. Now, I've got a friend of mine sent me this picture of this little boy and this little girl, and they're both in diapers, and so the little girl is holding her diaper open, and the little boy is standing there looking into her diaper, and the caption basically says, with this, I'm going to control you for the rest of your life. Fuck his brains out. He'll be happier. It'll put him in. It'll just send him right back into orbit. It's like you are the one that's preventing the two of you getting back together by withholding the pussy from him. So make love to this guy. Make love passionately, and don't ever use sex as a weapon, because you're basically using sex as a weapon, as a tool of manipulation in your relationship. And this is going to cause a guy to not feel trustworthy, or that like he can trust you as well, because eventually he's going to start to wonder, why is she always holding back sex? Why is she turning me down? Is she still hooking up with this other guy? What's going on? But if you're giving yourself to him freely and he's giving himself to you freely, I mean, think about it. The whole purpose of all relationships is what? You go there to give. You're there to help each other grow and become more. You're not there to hold back and sexually frustrate each other and frustrate the other person and throw obstacles in their way to getting what you each want from one another. The goal is that you're by both focusing on what the other person needs and giving the other person what they want, you each get what it is that you want in the relationship, and therefore you become fulfilled in the relationship. So that's what I would do if I were you. Stop fucking holding back and stop playing games. And stop trying to punish him by holding the pussy back. You're only hurting yourself in the relationship. I heard a great quote one time I'm going to leave you with. And it goes like this. The love that you withhold is the pain that you carry. That's something to think about. So if you have a question you want to ask me, go to my website right now and click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max, and just give me several days to get back to you with a response. If you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid phone coaching session, and you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab, which will be at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, on my website, underneath the email sign-up box is a box that has a link that will take you right to the Amazon Kindle download page. Once you get there, if you don't have a Kindle device, just download one of their free e-reader apps for whatever electronic device that you want to read it on. And if you appreciate the value of the information I offer in these video newsletters, the articles on my website, and my ebook, you can show your appreciation right now by going to my website, and on the Wibia toolbar at the bottom of your screen, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information. And I will talk to you soon.